my natural babies? Oh, how I've missed you. Anyway, welcome to Natural Therapist, the podcast with your host, Yasmin Kylie. I actually really have missed y'all guys a lot. Um, how was y'all Valentine's Day? I think we should start off by saying that. How was y'all Valentine's Day? I just feel like a lot of people, Instagram, like I was talking to y'all about social media in the last podcast. um Instagram just makes people feel so insecure about what they have going on in their lives, and it's just so weird to me. Like literally on Valentine's Day I was on the road. We did nothing. We went to fucking Waffle House, and you know what? We talked, and I had to work, so it wasn't no problem, no issue with whatever. We were in Alabama, and I want to talk to y'all about that. But a lot of people was like, yeah, he only did this and he only did that, and it was just like, okay. But then I saw other girls like, oh yeah, and I saw y'all man leaving Wegmans, buying some last minute flowers, and I'm like, when are you supposed to buy the flowers? Because in my opinion, the flowers at the grocery store already be half dead. So you literally have to pick them up the same day. Like, I would not even be mad if my man went the same day and got me some flowers. At least he got the flowers. Now, I'm not big on flowers. Like, I'm not a big flower girl. I don't crave for flowers and things of that such. But it was just like people were being so ungrateful, and then people were being so mad. They're like, oh, when this is the longest Wednesday ever, like, can we get this shit over with and stuff like that. Y'all be letting Instagram ruin y'all fucking day, and it's just so uncalled for. Like, so if you had a great Valentine's Day, like, let me know. What did you do for Valentine's Day? What y'all been up to for real? Like, in general, what have y'all been up to? So, me and my man, as y'all know, we do truck on the side. I already told y'all we relocate the military, so we were dropping off people's stuff. I went to Tennessee and I went to Alabama, and then I'm going to Arkansas, and then I'm going to El Paso, and I'm going somewhere else in Texas. So we're going to find that out on Monday when my dispatcher sent the paperwork. But y'all, I went to Alabama, and when I say I fell in love with Alabama, and it was so crazy because I was just like, what could Alabama possibly be like? Like, all my life, well, not all my life, because I never really generally cared about Alabama, or I thought about it. But when I was out there, I was like, whoa. Like, first of all, if you're the type of person who wants to own land, it was so much land for sale. It was like lots of land. It was making so much new developments and apartments, houses everywhere. Like, everything was just brand spanking new. It seems like they're trying to put Alabama on the market right now. That is the most affordable place in the United States to live, y'all. So if you're looking for a place to move and you love like that country feel, that good southern hospitality, that good southern food, and you love them fine southern men, y'all, go to Alabama. Go to Alabama. I would not steer you wrong. I would not steer you wrong. So I told my man, like, we already want to move down south, and we were thinking about a whole bunch of things. At first I kept saying I want to move to Texas, but I went to Texas and it just wasn't really my vibe. No offense to Texas. I think Texas is a cool spot, but I think like everybody's moving out there, and y'all gonna hear my dog barking. Who cares? Y'all know I got dogs. Every episode I tell y'all I have dogs. Okay. So she distracted me. But what I was saying is, so we already been saying that we want to move down south, and I'm like kind of pressed about it because I really want to go. I loved it down there. It's just like the weather was already nice. They was like, it's cold, but it was already like 65, almost 70 degrees out there. Like, it felt so good. They was like, we was like, when does it usually get hot? And it was like probably next month. Like, it's gonna be hot next month. Um, then I'm the type of girl who wants cows and things of that such. So I really would love to move to Alabama. Like, I really want to move to Alabama. They was telling me everything. They was telling me about bike week. All the niggas be out there with their motorcycles. Y'all know bitches love niggas with motorcycles on they little dirt bikes and shit. I'm finna go out there for bike week. Who wanna come? Who wanna come? Raise your hand. Who wanna come? We can go together. Like, I'm so serious, y'all. I'm really about to move to Alabama. So if y'all see me in a new hit, like a new little scenery, and y'all like, where the fuck is this bitch? Just know I'm in fucking Alabama. Like, I'm so serious. I loved it out there. The hospitality was so nice. Like, usually when I move people's house, like houses and shit, I have to do so much work, and I'm not one of those big strong girls. I do not like lift weights and shit like that. So I'm not that strong. So we lifted a fucking couch up 2 flights of stairs. Me and my boyfriend by ourselves, and I'm pushing with all my might. So the next day we hired some help for the load that we had, and these guys came and helped us. And when I tell y'all, black men, they were some black kings, y'all. They were some black motherfucking kings. And we had great conversation, and it was just like they was talking to us about a whole bunch of stuff. My boyfriend was getting, my boyfriend is not the most friendliest person. He really doesn't talk to people, but he was talking a whole lot. Like, we was all kikiing, ha, like, they was giving me so much information about Alabama, and I really was hooked. Like, from the time that I got there to the time I left, I was like, damn, like, you honestly could leave me here, and I think that I would thrive. Just leave me here. I'm gonna be good. And then if you want to come back, come back. Probably gonna have a place to stay by the time you come back. Like, probably gonna have a place to stay next month. It's just like, it was so beautiful. It's so nice. Like, the people were so nice. Like, the people were so nice. Like, genuinely nice. I don't know. I'm hooked, y'all. I'm finna move to Alabama. Okay, so now let's get into the topic of the day. So I know we all seen Monique on Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Shannon Sharp and his show, because it's actually so good. But so there's a few things that I wanted to speak on, because people are mad at Monique. First of all, people are upset with Monique. It's a few things I really want to speak on. It's a few things I want to speak on, but I'm just like, Auntie Queen, like, the girls just really be hating on Monique ever since she said about black women need to stop wearing bonnets in the airport and things of that such. But so Monique had mentioned that her husband raised her, and I saw this girl do this whole, like, I don't even know what to call it. She went on TikTok and went on a fucking rant about how women are so pathetic and they just need men, and women allow men to lead their lives to straight down to hell and all these things. And speaking on Monique, and I didn't get that from there. I don't understand how she got that from there. Monique is a Baltimore girl. I'm a Baltimore girl, so one thing about us is we're very independent. Like, we do just as much as the niggas. We don't care about the guys. Like, guys don't. The only thing a guy could do for you in Baltimore really is dick you down and buy you dinner. Like, it's just like the women be doing the big ones. So a lot of the times we do not allow men. We don't allow men. Jerome, get your dog in check. But we don't allow men. Sorry. Because that dog just keep walking. And he's right there. So I'm like, get your fucking dog. What the hell? You know I'm doing my show. This is embarrassing. But anyway, we don't really let niggas tell us what to do. We don't let niggas control us and none of that. And she was basically saying that even though she's been married, this is her third marriage, but this was her first real marriage, because this is the first time that she allowed a man to lead her. This is the first time that she allowed a man to, be in control. And it was hard for her, because she's a woman who is like, I'm a boss. Like, I handle my own this, I handle my own that. Like, she's just used to niggas being niggas and not doing what they supposed to do. And instead, she said that was her best friend already. They was cool. They knew each other since kids. He came into her life as a friend. They played a friendship role for a long time. And one day he just was like, girl, let me help you out. Let me manage your shit. Let me get you on the level that you need to be on. Let me speak for you. Let me do this for you. Let me take care of you. Let me provide for you. Let me be the man that you truly freaking need. Because I done seen the niggas that you like. Let me be that man. Let me be that man for you. And she allowed him to do it. So for the people who are like, oh, I don't understand. When you have a man, and I got this 100%, because I'm so used to running the fuck away from these men. Like, I runs the fuck away from men. I do not like for the longest time I had a problem with commitment, and I would have guys don't really make you feel that safe anymore. A lot of guys don't really like they don't get down to the nitty gritty of trying to help you like heal your inner whatever, and like they just, a lot of these guys just don't be doing what they need to be doing. But when I got with my man, he started to show me like respect and like like doing the things that what a man should do in a relationship, and giving me reassurance and all those things. Like, yeah, I'll let that man lead. That man leads me, okay? So when Monique said that, I was like, true. I go where my man go. Like, I listen. When he talks, I listen, because I know he not gonna feed me no bullshit. So if y'all, if you felt a type of way about what she said, then maybe you haven't met the guy that make you feel like, you know what, I'm the lady in the relationship, and yes, like I handle what I'm supposed to do, but let me let this man lead. Let me be submissive. Let me let him, be a man. And a lot of y'all don't be allowing y'all men to be men because y'all be dealing with people who aren't real men, who don't know how to be a man. So Monique, I feel you with that one. Me and you was here. Then I wanted to speak on, first of all, it's Black History Month. I don't even think I mentioned Black History Month yet. But happy Black History Month to my people. Outside of that, I just thought it was so weird that a black man would sit here and say that Monique was hard to work with, even though he genuinely didn't feel that way. He just felt like she wasn't complying to what it is that he wanted her to do, which was to promote out of the country when she already did her contractual duties, which was to promote the movie Precious in America, and they wanted her to go to Canada and promote as well, but they weren't going to pay her for it. All they were going to do was house her, put her in a fucking hotel. I could put myself in a hotel. Like, no, I'm not going to do it. You have to pay me for my services, because she said that she wanted to spend time with her family, and so she told them no, which is okay, because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know why y'all want to make it seem like Monique is not this big deal when she is. And I feel like a lot of the times, like, black actresses always get the role, like the piss poor roles. They always get the, oh, abusive black girl, mad diary of a mad black girl, Precious, the Precious, fat and uneducated, got 2 fucking kids by her stepdad, her mom hates her. Like, they always put us in this position of making us look so angry, so bitter, so broke, so this, so that. And you know what, we step up to the plate, we play the roles, but then we don't get the respect for the role that we played. And we played that shit so well. Monique played the fuck out of that role in Precious so well that I almost hated her. Cause I was like, why the fuck is she each one teach one, Precious bitch, you're a dummy. Like, that shit hurt me in my chest when she said that. And Precious was like a little bit funny, but that shit was honestly very sad. Nevertheless, it's like when black women say, pay me my dues, everybody's like, why can't you just be happy with what you had? Why do black women always want more? They want more. No, bitch, because if it was somebody else that isn't half as good as me and they were the palm colored, y'all would pay them their motherfucking dues. So pay me my dues. Pay me my dues. And it's just like, why y'all mad at Monique about that? I just don't understand. So then, because we about to if you haven't watched Monique on Club Shay Shay, you need to go watch it, because I'm telling you, it was very good. Because I understand it. Like me, I'm a very vocal person when it comes to my emotions and things as such, and I feel like people look at me as sometimes like hostile because I just don't mind speaking up for myself. And I feel like for a long time I really never spoke up for myself. Like, I would just walk away. Like I told you, I'm walk away Renee should have been about me, because I'll be quick to just like, all right, whatever. Like, I just don't be feeling the need to be confrontational. I'm not really a confrontational person, but I'm also not going to sit here and let somebody walk all over me. So once I learned to start speaking up for myself, like, People just make you feel crazy because because you have boundaries and because you have standards and because you won't take nobody's bullshit. And it's just like, no, like, it's 2024. We're not doing that. We're not settling for less. I'm not about to let you walk all over me. You're not about to try to control shit over here. And if it disrupts my peace, then baby, it's gotta go. So yeah, like, I understand what she said. Like, people make it like, we all know that they always try to make a black woman seem angry. When we're not angry, we're just vocalizing our emotions. We're communicating. I could literally be talking like this and they'll be like, oh my God, like, why are you so hostile? Like, bitch, I'm not hostile, but I'm about to get hostile. Do you want me to be hostile? If you think this is hostile, and when I get hostile, bitch, you're gonna be calling 911. Like, calm down. But so I did want to speak on this because apparently she has a son. And so she had a son that was her firstborn, and then she ended up having another family with another man. Nevertheless, she missed out on a lot of things with her son because she was making movies and she was doing the queen of comedy and she was doing a lot of stuff. She was just in the limelight. She was popping. No, she was in her prime, so she was working. And I'm about to play devil's advocate for y'all for a minute. I feel two ways about this. So the son feels like he was neglected, but you gotta understand, like, you're an adult now. Like, he's a whole grown man. He should see now that, sometimes when you're working, things get put on the back burner. And I'm not saying I don't think it's ever okay to put your kids on the back burner. But that lady was doing a job where she's required to be on the scene every day. So it was like she was trying to make a way for her family, but it's like a lot of the times the kids see it differently because you are missing out on a lot of their prime times, their prime areas, their prime years as well. So I get that. And for me, I have a dad who has 3 kids by my mom and has 3 kids by my stepmom. And when I was younger, my dad lived in Pennsylvania. He lived like 2 hours away from me. And I didn't really see him that often. And I would get jealous sometimes. I would feel like, damn, like, you put your second family first. Like, you only care about your second family. And that fueled a lot of hate and animosity towards me, like, that I had towards my dad. And I resented him for a long time. But I actually sat down and had a conversation with him in my adult years. And it was more like a breakdown. But it was like the conversation was had. And I told him how I felt. But a lot of times we have to learn to forgive our parents because just like how we're living our lives and we're figuring it out, they're figuring it out too. This is their first time being a parent. This is their first time being a human. So we always hold our parents to these high standards and expect them to be perfect and just flawless and loving and this and that. And I don't think we take into consideration that, for one, my mother was in her 20s with 3 kids. I'm 27 now, no kids, and life be kicking my ass. So I couldn't imagine doing it with 3 kids. And then she ended up being a single mother for a little while. I had a great stepfather, and she did what she had to do. But my mom worked a lot too. But I don't sit up here and be like, my mom was always at work. Like, she neglected me, like she missed this, that, and the third. It was some things that my mom did miss, but I don't hate her for it because looking back, she had to feed us. She had to make sure we was clothed. She had to make sure that, she took care of us. So she was doing what she had to do. How can you be mad at your mom for that and to say that you don't ever want to speak to your mother again and we not on that? I just feel like she said, that one day there's going to come a time that, maybe your mom won't be here, or maybe you'll just grow up enough to say, you know what, let me hear her side. Let me understand what she was going through. Let's talk this out. Let's talk this thing out. I'm actually so glad that I said what I had to say to my dad, because now, like, I can just call him and I don't feel no hate towards him anymore. Like, I literally hated my dad for a long time. It was just fuck him. But now I understand he was young too. My dad is young. My dad's turning 50 this year. I'm 27. So my dad is similarly, like, young. Like, he's still living his life and he was trying to get his shit together. And now he got his shit together and now he's like, I could be a family man. Like, but as life was beating his ass. And you know how men are when they broke. They just don't be feeling like their happiest self. And I don't hate my dad for for anything that he did. And I feel like Monique and her son need to hash that shit out, talk, and try to rebuild their relationship, because it's not worth it. Because one day your mom is not going to be here, and the last thing you want to say to her is you on fucking Instagram live putting. That's what I don't get. Like, you said that shit on Instagram live for other people to make your mom look bad, and to make her just that was embarrassing. You get what I'm saying? Like, you could have said that to her face. You could have said that at therapy. Y'all could have sat down and talked like adults. Like, people don't act like adults anymore. Everybody wants to be in their fields and say everything on the gram and be sneak dissing and shading people, and it's like, we're adults. If you feel some type of way, you need to come to me and say it, so I can give you there's two sides to every story, and nobody ever wants to hear the other side, because they just want to play the victim for so long. And playing the victim does nothing but keep that hurt on your heart. When you keep that victimized ass mentality, all you do is keep that hurt on your heart. You have to take accountability for some things, and you have to also be adult enough to see, like, okay, my mother was struggling. She was an up and coming comedian. She was an up and coming actress, and she was grinding. And being that you reaped, I'm sure you benefited off of that. You benefited off of her grind. But because you felt there was some neglect, and I'm not upset with him. I feel like, yes, I get it, but I think y'all need to sit down and talk. Because that's your mother. You only get one mother. You get one mother. Boy, I just feel like there's a way to do things. Like, you're upset, I get it, but to get on Instagram live, like, I just think it's so weird when people put the world into their business. Especially, you're getting on Instagram live and titling it, I hate my mother. Like, not that that was the title, but that basically, it was like clickbait. It was like a publicity stunt. Like, it was weird. Everybody, trying to get clout off of somebody's name, but trying to get clout off your mother's name is just crazy. That's just absurd to me. So now we're going to get right into the trending topics. The first thing I wanted to talk about was Usher at the halftime performance, y'all. I'm not a big Usher is so fine. I don't look at him like that. But I love Usher down, and I felt like that was a bum ass halftime show. I cannot wait to go to his concert, because bitch, I will be there. And but this is what I wanted to talk about for Usher. A lot of people were so mad that he wrapped his arms around Alicia Keys, and yes, it was quite inappropriate because they was both married, but at the same sense, Swiss Beats was not mad. It was for entertainment. Everything that Usher does is for entertainment, and I think at this point he knows that he makes people mad. Like, he be trolling for real. He just be making a joke out of things. Like, yeah, like, you're mad, and I'm still going to do what I want to do, and as long as the person that I'm doing it to doesn't feel violated and there's no problems. Swiss Beats literally was like, it was a great performance. The song was my boo, so it was really like getting into character, and people would take things a little bit too serious and be making things deeper than what the fuck it is. And unless my husband is mad about it, then why the fuck does it matter? And then I wanted to talk about everybody being so surprised that Beyonce is dropping a country album, her dropping that country song, as if she didn't drop Daddy's Lessons on the Lemonade album. Like, do y'all not actually listen to Beyonce? And then people were saying, like, that's cultural appropriation and all these things, but, like, black people created country music. Black people created rock and roll. Black people we created, like, come on. Let's stop. And then also she's from Texas. So you mad at a country Texas girl for making a country Texas song. Like, what? Like, shut up. That shit is so annoying. Like, y'all just be wanting to hate on Beyonce. For what? Beyonce does nothing to nobody. I have yet to see her do anything to anybody. Everybody's like, Beyonce is culturally appropriating people's culture. It seems like you just learned words and you're just trying to use them. Shut up. Okay, so now we're going to get into the out of pocket topic of the show, and we're zooming through this shit. That's because, y'all, I'm really trying to slow down on drinking. Like, I had a really, really, really drunk night that made me feel sick. And then when I drank again, like 2 days later, it just didn't feel good for me. And then I was on the road, y'all, and I just had like this, I don't know. It was like my body was telling me, drink some fucking water. And I drink water every day, but it was saying like, get your health together, bitch. It was a wake up call for me. And I was just like, like I love to have a little drink on the show. It makes me laugh. It makes me crack jokes. It makes me do all these things. But I just don't think that it's that good for me, because every single time for when I drink, I be having really bad stomach aches. And then two, it's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to slow down on the drinking, y'all. So I've been having a lot of sober days. I'm trying to do like some sober days and shit like that. Um, so yeah, I think that, but when I do the sober episodes, that's when shit, like, I just be flying through topics. Okay, so let's get into the out of pocket topic of the show. Topic segment of the show. So the first thing I want to say that is so fucking out of pocket. It's arguing with your spouse during the holiday seasons because you didn't buy them a gift or you can't afford to take them out. I was on TikTok and I watched this girl, her boyfriend was mad because she put on makeup. He said he wasn't taking her out. He couldn't afford to take her out. He's just a bum. He just lives in her apartment and they're not a happy couple. Like, you could tell she want to get the fuck away from him. Her homegirls, they went out together. It was a girl thing. She put on like a cute little pink dress. She did her makeup. She curled her hair. And he was so mad. Like, he started talking down on her, saying that she was cheating and all this stuff, when she literally went out with girls. And he knew that she was going out with girls, but he just couldn't afford to do shit for her. And she was like, please stop playing, because you keep trying to make it about something else. And really, it's about the fact that you can't do shit for me, and you hate that you can't do shit for me, so you're trying to ruin my fucking day because I'm about to go out and enjoy Valentine's Day with my fucking homegirls. Like, fuck you. Like, it seems like once that lease is up, that relationship is going to be up, and it needs to be up, because he was cussing out, calling her all types of bitches and dumbasses and all that. And I just feel like when it gets to that point, you're paying the bills. Put that nigga the fuck out. What you do is you call the police. What they're going to say is you have to give him 30 days. At least you do that in the state of Maryland, because I've been there, done that, bitch. You have to give him 30 days. Give that nigga the 30 days. Put a calendar at the front door. Every time he walk in this bitch, he going to have to cross a X on the motherfucking calendar. And he needs to get the fuck out. You got 30 days, bitch. And that's exactly what I would tell him. But, it'd be one of those moments like, I wouldn't let him do that to me. If I was you, I wouldn't let him talk to me like that. Fuck. Like, when the guys start getting like that, honestly, I would just call one of my good, big homeboys, and I'm like, yeah, come over my house and slap this nigga in the mouth. Slap the taste off his mouth. Because clearly he lost his mind. Who is he talking to? Because somebody come slap this nigga, I will leave the front door open. Like, okay. But we don't promote violence. Unless need be, bitch. Anyway, so there was an incident that happened in Sephora. I can't think of what state it was in, with these 3 little white girls and their 2 white mamas in Sephora, and it was in there. You know how they had those samples? Like, they were like pumping all the colored girl products on their heads and like spreading it all over their face and doing blackface in the store. And one of the like contractual people who, like, you know how they be having people in the mall who just be like doing little things, like trying to get people to buy things and stuff like that. They had somebody in Sephora and she asked them to leave, and she was like, you can't be doing that in here. And then the mom just had walked away. The mom thought it was cute and funny, kiki, ha ha ha. Then they ended up finding the mother's Instagram, Facebook, job, address, all that. Like, they was not playing. They was like, somebody's going to be held accountable for this. First of all, why are you sampling black girl products and spreading it all over your face and laughing about it? Like, how old are these girls? And that's why they say, like, hate and racism is not... you're not born to hate people. You're not born to be racist. It's a taught man. And the mother was sitting there, kiki, ha, 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 bitch, never know where you work, never know where you live. Bitch, now you need to move. Now you getting fired. Ha, 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 kiki, 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 that, bitch. Okay, so... thank y'all, because the internet that don't be playing. They will find you. They will find you. Like, they will find you. They will hunt somebody down. They do not play games. And I don't know why these people keep thinking they about to get away with shit. It's 2024, baby. The internet, they do not be playing. They will find you. They will find you. They will find your mom. Ugh. So, how do y'all feel about this trend going around of people taking their kids in the bathroom and saying, I'm going to leave you in here. You get to say any cuss word you want to say, and then you can't cuss ever again. And there's been some real innocent, cute kids that be like in there, like saying stupid and stuff. Like they don't really want to cuss. And they're like, am I going to get in trouble? Like they just really don't want to do it. And it's like, why do we keep choosing to take away the innocence of these children, y'all? Like, why do y'all want bad kids? Why do y'all keep glorifying kids being bad and thinking that shit is cute and funny when it's the fuck not? Why is y'all taking this little girl in the bathroom asking her to say bad words? Like, why are we making that a trend? I don't think that shit is cute or funny, and that shit to me is out of pocket. Okay, this is the last topic for the out of pocket topics, y'all. So there was a Memphis esthetician who is being investigated right now for having her daughter doing Brazilian waxes on people, literally waxing people's vaginas. And now I'm all for teaching your children trades and teaching them to be entrepreneurs and how to make multiple streams of income and bring in revenue and all those things. I'm all for that. I'm all for it. But having your child go sitting in between a grown ass woman's legs and waxing them, it's kind of absurd. Like, I could see if you started off with like a little, like, underpits and stuff. Like, yeah, I'll let my do a little underpit, but to some extent, just not even. And so it was like it went on for a while. She bragged about it. She thought it was like something to brag about. And then I guess one of her clients had just was like, this is crazy. I guess somebody went to the board about it because they was just like, what? Like, why you got this little girl waxing people's funky vaginas? Not to say that vaginas are funky, so let's not start that stigma. But it's just crazy to me. Like, what? Like, why are we doing this? I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's completely out of pocket. So that's how we're going to end the out of pocket segment of today's show. And now we're going to get right into the Natural Advisor segment of the show. And you guys know that you can email me at naturaladvisor@gmail.com. That's NACHOADVISOR@gmail.com. This is a safe space for you to vent, laugh, share your story. You got some wretched story times. Email me, let's talk, let's laugh, let's have a grand time. But until then, we're going to rock out with our cocks out to Reddit. So, the first story is titled, Am I Wrong for Leaving a Date Without Telling Him? I met a guy online, claimed to be 4 years older than me, but no big deal, I'm 24. We were interested in the same things and got along well, so we decided to meet for a drink last weekend. I went to the bar and was looking for him, and then I see him, but he looked different, like older. I went over and met him and said he looks different than his picture. He said, oh yeah, those pictures are a few years old. I said, but you're 28, right? He said, actually, I'm 42, but age is just a number. I got the ick, so I said I forgot my phone in the car and left. He messaged me asking where I was, and I said I went home, that I'm not into older guys or being lied to. He said I was shallow, and that's why he doesn't say his real age. Honestly, I thought the whole thing was so funny, so I told my friend. She said, I mean, just for leaving a date and not telling him. She said I'm mean just for leaving a date and not telling him, and that he was a nice guy and I'm being judgmental because of his age. I'm not into guys that much older. People can do what they want, but it's not for me. Am I wrong for leaving? Let me take this off. So, in my opinion, yes, you're wrong for leaving. You're an adult. So, people who like to brag about being an adult, but you have to handle things in an adult manner. Yes, he was wrong for lying. He should have never told you he was 4 years older than you. What the hell? Like, what? But in the same sense, the way you could have handled that is, I'm sorry, like, my parents are your age and I'm just not into older men. I enjoyed the conversation with you, but I just don't think that this is gonna work out. Have a great night. You could have left like that. Why would you? Oh, my phone is in the car, like, and then just fucking dip. Like, he has feelings too. Now, shit, he needs to stop lying about his age and find people who actually like him, because there are women who like older guys. So you can just, young women who like older guys. So you could have just honestly just put your real age in pictures of you and in this day and age, and just find you a girl that's compatible with you, that likes your type. Don't try to force somebody to be a type and then get upset about with them and calling them shallow because they don't like somebody your age. Like, what the hell? I don't have to like somebody your age. I'm not obligated to like you at all. So this next story is titled, I know I'm the asshole, but here's my confession. Okay. I, 28 female, slept with my best friend's long-term boyfriend 7-ish years ago while we were in college. My relationship with her boyfriend was strictly platonic for 2 years prior to the first time we entangled. Our paths crossed one night while out at the bars downtown with our separate groups of friends. We chatted for a few minutes and went on about our nights separately. After closing time and most of downtown was clearing out, I was in a taxi on my way home with a group of my friends and received a text from my boyfriend asking if I could come to his place to hang out, as there was still some of his friends there for an after party type thing. The college town was so small, so it wasn't a big deal to reroute the taxi and be the last one to be dropped off. When I got to his place, there was not much of an after party at all. It was him and his roommate playing Mario Kart, but I joined the Mario Kart tourney. Some time went by and the roommate went off to his own room of the apartment and left me and boyfriend alone in the living room. Shortly after being left alone, he started confessing his love for me, and being the insecure, dumb-minded girl I was, I believed him. Things got explicit. Then the next morning I went home and we didn't talk for a while. We both knew that we was wrong and we left it at that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta scroll down. Several months go by and a similar situation happens when we were both at the bars with separate group of friends. At the end of the night, he texted me about an after party, and when I got there, it was just his roommate. He once again confessed his love for me and things got explicit, and he took me home the next morning. Someone I truly don't know who to this day saw us leaving the apartments together early that morning and told the girlfriend. The boyfriend calls me to let me know that the girlfriend knows, and I have to deny until the day I die that nothing ever happened between us. I did the wrong thing and I denied when confronted. When me and my best friend had a huge mutual friend pool, I was confronted about the situation by the friend group one time and I denied anything ever happening. How fucking cowardly. Shortly after all of this, I started to become a complete recluse. I did not go out anymore, spent a lot of time alone, didn't see anyone for over a year now. 7 years later, I have no contact with any of my college friends that I thought would be in my life forever. I am still riddled with guilt, even though the best friend has moved on, married, and is expecting her first baby. The boyfriend is married and I am engaged to have a toddler daughter. When I haven't told anybody about the situation, not even my fiance. I wanted to reach out to the best friend for years now and give her closure, but I feel so fucking selfish for opening up her wound. To feel better about my conscience, I truly feel like I deserve to feel this miserable guilt every day, knowing the pain I hurt and caused her so many years ago. That's my confession. I'm mad. So, well, you must be a good person, because 7 years later and you engaged, she's married, he's married, you have a kid, they got kids. Like, girl, let that shit go. Who even gives a fuck? That was a college. People who hoe in college, that's what they do. Like, nobody cares. That shit was so unimportant. Like, and please do not hit her up talking about, oh yeah, like, It was true. What they saw was true. I slept with him multiple times. He said he loved me. Like, okay, girl, like I got a whole fucking life. You got a whole fucking life, and he got a whole fucking life. It's 3 different lives. Like, girl, let that. Why you still care? 7 years later. Are you not happy in your situation? I wouldn't even be thinking about that shit. You can't even tell me a situation that happened while I was in college that I can fucking recall. Like, half the time I can't even fucking remember what happened 4 years ago. Like, let that shit go. So now we're going to get into the question of the day. So I know that I haven't advocate heavy for mental health. Gosh, I hate when I can't get my words out. That is the most annoying thing. You're just trying to talk, and you just keep rambling on your words. Like, it's very annoying. We're gonna start this shit off right. Let's do this again. So I know that I say that I advocate heavy for mental illness, mental health, and all those things. Mental health, not mental illness. I'm sorry. Mental health, positive mental health. And we are in the colder season of the month, seasons of the year, whatever. And a lot of people do have seasonal depression. And I was talking to a guy today, and I had posted like this Merlin suicide hotline and therapy session thing. It was just like this thing that's saying like, if you need help, email us, call us, or whatever. So he was like, thank you, because I actually needed this. And, not to be in his business, I was like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? I actually know this guy. I used to work with him. He used to have a crush on me. He gonna see this. So, because he actually watches the show. So, not to tell his business, but a lot of people have been feeling like, they haven't been doing a lot. I also saw a post that was like, the pandemic set us back a little bit. People have goals. People are feeling like they're getting closer to 30. They're not financially where they want to be in life. And it's just it's taking a toll on their mental health. And I was just telling him to not let Instagram fool him, and don't let Instagram make you think that people got something going on that they actually the fuck don't. And a lot of times social media makes things look so much better than what they are, and to just don't be so hard on yourself. So because we want to talk about positive mental health, and also, can I say one thing? I just find it so crazy that everywhere you just see things about physical health, like everywhere, like everybody's talking about, oh, this new diet, and try this flat tummy tea, and try this, that, and the third, and try this, that, and the third, and try this, that, and the third, and lose weight, and everybody needs to be losing weight, and everybody's supposed to be a size extra small, and we all need to be skinny, and fat girls are this, and fat girls are that, and nobody's gonna love you because you're fat, and fat, and oh my god, like, shut up. Like, that shit is so annoying. People are literally having body dysmorphia because if you're skinny, people are telling you, oh, you need to eat. You need some meat on your bones. And if you're fat, you need to stop eating. You need to diet. You need to exercise. You need to drink this. You need to fucking take a shit. Shit all that shit out. Like, it's so overwhelming with all of the people that's constantly just looking in onto people's lives and talking about their physical health, but nobody talks about mental health. Like, literally, it was a girl who passed away in Baltimore recently, and she took her own life, and she had lots of friends. So many people are like, why? Like, we miss you, we love you, yada yada yada. She has so many friends, and I just feel like people always talk about the physical, and we constantly neglect mental health, and we're not there for each other, and everybody's so judgmental and so mean, and we don't look out for each other, and we don't jot our feelings down, and we don't talk about our feelings enough. And men already have it hard enough, because if they do talk about their feelings, they're considered sassy, and they're considered wimps, and they're considered weenies and crybabies and all these things, and men don't cry. And there's so much the society puts so much pressures on us as people. And so for today, the question of the day that I want you guys to reflect on is, how do you support your emotional well-being? And drugs and alcohol cannot be the answer. How do you support your mental well-being? What is it that you do when you feel like you are under the weather? You're in a mood, you're in a funk. You don't want to get out of the bed. You're just eating yourself alive. Everything's just falling apart for you, and you don't know what to do. You don't know how to pick yourself up. We have to find ways to cope. outside of therapy. Therapy is beautiful, wonderful, but we have to find little ways to just pick ourselves up. Sometimes we get in a bad mood. I'm not always in the best mood. A lot of times I seem so happy. People look at me like a happy go lucky type of person, and a lot of times I'm just sitting here like, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing what God wants me to do? Is God taking me? Am I following the path that God is leading for me? Like, I don't know. And I hope that I am. And I talk to him. That's my business. So we have to figure out what we can do to help one another out, and maybe give each other space to vent to each other and just be a therapeutic friend to somebody. Like, a lot of the times people look at their friends as, oh yeah, we need to go to the bar, we need to drink, we need to, you trying to hit this blunt, what you trying to do, you trying to go out, it's niggas outside, it's bitches outside, like, what you trying to do? But when it's a time to sit down and talk and call somebody, don't nobody be having nobody to call, or they be feeling so prideful, like, do you think they really want to hear this? Or and then if I do tell them, then now people know my business and I don't seem as happy as I was before. Like, we have to find ways to cope with the things that we're going through daily, because we be going through shit. And my whole thing is release. Let go. You have to let go. Release and let go. We be feeling like so entitled to so much greatness, and we can't even get through the stage that we're in now. And I'm so big on living in the moment and seeing the stage that you're in and saying, yes, it's okay to want more. I want everybody to want more. I want more. There's things that I want. There's things that I feel like I desire, I need, I should have. But for right now, I'm content with the life that I live, because I know that one day I'm going to get to where I want to be, and I'm going to be able to look back and say, damn, like, you got to be grateful for where you at right now. You got to be grateful. God is putting you here for a reason. He makes no mistakes. And as always, I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I really did miss you. Like, the whole time I was on the road, I was like so nervous, because I was like, what am I going to do? I can't put it out. Like, how am I going to put a show out? I'm trying to force an episode while I'm in the truck. It's so fucking loud. I was just so nervous. I'm like, I don't want to let my people down. My people be watching. I'm not trying to let my people down, because I already don't have the biggest fan base, and then as soon as you become inconsistent, people you fall off the map. I ain't trying to fall off the map. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can email me at NACHOADVISOR if you want to vent, if you want to talk, whatever the case may be. I am here, y'all. I might even open up a chat line. Y'all can call me, okay? Y'all be saying, I love your voice, I love your voice. Call me on WhatsApp, not my real number. Yeah, love you guys. Bye. And we out.